That's so.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Tales of EA series. Sorry for not being here for the couple of weeks. I had army stuff to do that prohibited me from actually getting online and playing with everyone. So I am your host, Captain Calvinist. You can find me pretty much on any other social media platform as the Captain Calvinist of Swords or the Captain Calvinist, with the exception of my Facebook, which is my first and last name. That's simple. I don't really try to hide my identity on the internet, even though I probably should. So, that being said, if you want to find me anywhere else, I do have a Christian podcast called the Reformed Roundtable, which will also be starting up again due to general schooling and things like that. And here is my illustrious cast of do-gooders and ne'er-do-wells who are playing different characters and hoo-has in this campaign.
You want me to say something?
Yeah, if you want, this is your time to introduce yourself.
Right. So who wants to go first?
I'm Null. On TikTok, I'm Null and Paranoid, and that is the same as my Twitch, where I also run a campaign with these four, and I'm very tired because I had to medicate.
I am the one and only Dale Jitsu. I am the number one representative of New Covenant Theology on TikTok, practically unrivaled.
The only representative of New Covenant Theology on TikTok.
Please, we don't know that for a fact. Point is,
I mean, it could be. We could put you in the same. We could put you in the same basket as Wade.
Ow! I mean, just throw me in the river and drown me. Why don't you?
Okay.
Very much to do that anyway. So yes, but I do Christian humor as well as the occasional humorous theology video. Although some people argue I only do humor. But in any case, I play the role of Shiji no Mikami, current sad boy in the campaign. And glad to be here at Dojitsu on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm also his co-host on the Reformed Roundtable. He likes me to mention that. It is our every week show in the sense that Dom Mazzetti also posts every week for Bro Science Life. Jeremiah.
Dang, bro. Dang. And the one who helps him not be so upsetty, depressy. Hello, I am the Black Doctor, also known here in the Tales of Aesir as Athanasius Theophilus. I guess now, aside from a share, the general good boy of the group. I also run a TikTok called the Black Doctor 21, also known as being where I make theological content, talk about Presbyterian theology, and also being the bane of Muslims' existences. I also run an Instagram pretty much under the same name and a YouTube channel. I also do multiple D&D campaigns with these beautiful, beautiful people, and I co-host, technically co-host with 3 other people on the Men of the Way podcast. So please check us out.
I'm the Timekeeper, and welcome to the Tales of Aesir. No, I'm actually Stephen the Stole. You can find me on TikTok at .StephenTheStole. You can find me on fortnighted Saturdays in the DM seat as, yes, the Timekeeper for the Tomes of Time. That's not recorded on Twitch, but is recorded on my TikTok live. TikTok live. You can also find me just talking to myself at Most Excellent Theophilus, the podcast for Celtic Cross. There's others like it, but this one's mine. I play the nutso person Asher. Well, I guess he's not so nutso. He's actually been getting better. I got better.
I almost thought you were going to say Nutcracker, but okay.
She turned
it's
me
not
into
Christmas
a
yet.
newt.
Also, out now is the 2-part the 2-shot Halloween game I ran with most of these people. Thank you again.
Absolutely hilarious and fun time.
It was fun. But now it's time for hopefully what will not be a terrible day in the life.
So, for today's recap, Dale shall recap.
Dale shall recap.
Dale shall recap.
All right. So I'm not entirely sure part of what actually happened in last session.
Recap
I know that
your
there was
part.
well, no. So there was something involving rubber duckies. That's sort of where I'm a bit. So I believe that the simple way to say this is that some people took a bath. That sound about right. Yes, baths were taken. But basically, my character kind of just showed up at one point, not because I was late, and into a tavern. And he was very unhappy because of some poor life decisions he'd made. Found out he was not able to become intoxicated and drink away his sorrows. And basically had a little sad boy hour by the bay while everyone else started working through their life's problems more productively. And I believe that's about where we ended it.
Yeah.
According to my notes, I just have heart been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe. Mama says it's my fault. It's my fault. I wear my heart on my sleeve. And then some other things about so numb. And okay.
Okay, before we get copyrighted by Eminem.
Just all these familiar faces around you.
Cher, do you think you can enlighten us what happened before Dale joined last session?
Yes. We found our way past a fight that broke out into a tavern, at which we encountered a very important person, but I don't want to spoil a surprise for a certain Dragonborn, who fortunately did not hate Asher's guts. And we then went up to our rooms, and Asher, having taken point to make sure people stop messing with Akita, is posing as her husband. And so it was obviously assumed that they were on a honeymoon, and so they're given a honeymoon suite. For some reason, though, as apparently all honeymoon suites have, there were a bunch of rubber duckies in the bathroom. And so a luxurious, well-deserved, well-earned, long-awaited bubble bath with rubber duckies ensued, where a druid wild-shaped into an octopus and pretended to be a kraken terrorizing the ducky world. And yes, I wasted money on dice just to remember that.
Well, that's a new version of Rubber Ducky, you're the one.
All right. So our session today is actually going to begin with our friend Athanasius. All right. So let me pull into the city. That's not the city, that's a tavern.
There's a hotel room in New York City.
And it put me back at the tavern. Okay, so Athanasius, you're gonna need to zoom out, dog.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a lot. So where am I supposed to be?
See where the red circle is?
Okay.
Okay, so they. Oh shoot! Let me just find your character real quick. So Athanasius, you're soon let out of this holding cell that not holding cell, but this interrogation room that the tieflings had you in, asking you various questions of where you came from, why you're here, as a distinct foreigner. Just essentially putting you through a vetting process of like, are you here to cause trouble? Have you committed a crime in the past 10 years and been caught?
Oh no! Oh no!
He hasn't been caught.
Everybody else gets treated fairly, but the Black Dragonborn finally gets arrested and interrogated. This is perfect justice.
They put Dale through the same thing.
I'm really white. Like whiter than real life Dale White. All right, like this man lives in Vermont white.
I literally can't jump white.
Like it's almost like he's
Like-
not human white.
Like his vertical negative.
He literally tries to jump, he goes downwards.
He can only squat.
Exactly.
He doesn't even know the word dance.
he digs a hole when he wants to go into the atmosphere.
Right? Oh man. So he, I guess, Athanasius brushes himself off, rolling his eyes at the interrogation, knowing that he isn't here to cause harm, but knowing his past, it's bound to come up eventually.
Have you ever been convicted of any arson before?
Convicted? No.
Not convicted, no.
Understood. Have you ever committed a murder?
Have I ever committed a murder? Yes, I have, but I haven't recently.
Tell us more about this murder. What were the circumstances behind it?
Technically. Well, it involved primarily a certain king and possibly his the people within his entire castle. It didn't intend to be that way, but it probably went that way. And I faced a multitude of consequences, primarily by lack of healing throughout the rest of the adventure. But yeah, it was not pretty.
Are you some sort of foreign terrorist seeking asylum?
Oh gosh, goodness, no. I am here on an adventure with my friends, and I am here to protect them. He just says bluntly.
Sir, are you a criminal?
No, I'm not a criminal. I am actually royalty.
Because those are
So
mutually
technically, I have diplomatic immunity.
Did you declare a war?
No, I don't think I did.
Get out. Get out before I put you in cuffs. Get out. Leave.
Okay, fine. I mean, I was going to see if you wanted to talk about the great and powerful Methodorian, but I guess I'll just walk away.
You're sitting on your eggs. Leave.
Athanasius has eggs?
He lightly chuckles, thinking that Dragonborn don't lay eggs like that, and then just walks out.
Okay.
Oh,
Man.
silly human. Dragonborn don't lay eggs.
So, as you step out, Athanasius, you're welcomed into this huge, bustling city in the evening.
Wow.
It's massive. One of the largest cities you've ever seen in your life.
Wow.
And one of the guards, as you're escorted out, points you over to a tavern that's over here.
Okay.
You'll go.
Wait, hold up. My screen just changed. Where's the tavern again? Okay. So
Right there. He'll point over to it. Now
Yeah, just like over here.
Sonny, is the tavern you will be staying at.
thank you, old one. I appreciate it. And that is where the rest of my companions are. Is that correct?
Yes, Sonny. And by the way, as you look at this dude, he's ancient. This guy is like, there's no way this guy is still part of this town's guard. He's too old to be like beard almost touching the floor old.
He looks him up and down and says, "Old one, you should be in retirement. Why do you still wear your armor and still act as if you're a part of the guard?
Because I sold my 401k to the IRS.
What?
Well, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Lead on, sir.
No, he seriously, he looks at you. I never wish to retire. It
Wait,
is my duty to carry. As you look, it's not really a spear he's holding, it's more of a quarterstaff. It is my duty to carry my staff.
Is there also like a VA in this universe? Is there like some secretary out there with paperwork just like, this is Cher guy really should be in therapy. Where is he? Oh, he ran off into the woods with a tome? I think I know why. Where's this man's therapist? He wasn't given one?
The therapist was driven mad.
The therapist had a 10-minute conversation with him. It was like, nope.
No, I can't do this anymore. He quit. Well, old one, that your dedication to your craft is admirable. I highly commend you, sir.
Get to your room, young one, young blood. Get to your room.
Okay.
It's your bedtime. Us old folks now run the streets here at night.
We run these streets.
Whatever you say, old man. And before he goes to the inn, he begins to explore around the city because it's freaking huge.
Okay, roll survival.
Oh great. This is not going to be fun.
Man just said I'm a Democrat.
What?
read
Hey, not
the
that.
StreamYard comments. Okay. So, Athanasius, as you walk around, you see some items of particular interest. You see a lot of partying on the streets. An insane amount of partying. And drinking. And dancing. And a lot of other things, especially in the corner of alleys and whatnot. Things that, to a believer, would be unfathomably evil.
Not dancing.
When did we become Quakers?
Dorian, what did I just walk into? A land of darkness and debauchery. They must know the truth.
As you're thinking this, roll a perception check.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we've had at least 2 episodes each of Drunk Ashera and Drunk Kita.
People that can get drunk. Can you imagine?
People who can get drunk? Get drunk? What?
I'm just saying. Can you imagine being able to get drunk in this D&D game? Couldn't be me.
Okay.
Literally couldn't be me.
I mean, it'd be weird if they couldn't get drunk, but they somehow managed to, anyways.
Right.
So I moved Athanasius.
Okay.
Seen that, but as that happens, Athanasius, you should see the token I moved right next to you.
Is there just a rave going on out in that one building?
Right
yeah,
there.
I see it.
Okay. As you're walking around with this like petrified look on your face, a tiefling woman with red hair and very tan-like skin calls out to you, Dragonborn.
He turns and sees her. Yes.
It's not safe to be out here alone at night. What are you doing out here alone as a foreigner? You might get taken advantage of.
He looks at himself and then looks at her. Madam, do I look like I can be taken advantage of?
And she walks right up to you. Oh, I'm not talking about you directly. I'm talking about the purse. That's no longer on your hip.
He reaches to check his purse, and it's no longer there. You're good.
Good at catching mischief and returning items. She pulls out the bag. The purse, the coin purse. I suggest you put this inside of your armor.
He takes the bag and slightly nervously puts it into his
as you grasp onto the bag, you sort of like grasp the entirety of her hand. Like the size of your hand compared to hers is like unnaturally large. So you just kind of like grab the entirety of her like arm a bit.
Gambler.
My apologies.
It's fine. I have small wrists.
And he slides it into his armor. I've noticed you do seem a bit you're not like a normal tiefling, are you?
I'm just a smaller person than normal. It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, what's your name, Dragonborn?
My name is Athanasius.
Athanasius. That name reminds me of someone.
He raises an eyebrow.
Yes, I have an ancestor named Athanasius. He was an interesting fellow.
He was a saint.
I guess some could call him that for his charities, and especially his contributions to this world. If you excuse me, I must get going now.
No, wait. Beforehand, let me ask you your name.
I wasn't born with a name. And she leaves.
You're giving a name.
I've been around since show 1 and I still don't have a name.
Name. Classic.
Yes.
That chocolate song.
Yes. I appreciate that so much.
Bungie, here we go.
Athanasius clutches his armor. Okay, that was interesting.
I'd like to think that little reference actually happened in Athanasius' head. Like as a kid, he just saw flannel graph iterations of VeggieTales.
Oh man. But he begins to head, I guess, to the inn. Does he see anyone along the way?
As you walk along, I mean, yeah, you see a couple guys going along, having their day, people partying. You know, the scene doesn't really change. It's still like this unhinged level. Right, it just take it as a random person on the street. It's not Siegen. Siegen's inside.
Okay.
Just take it as like a very unhinged party society is what you're seeing.
Okay. Well, I might as well get inside before I either get consumed with all this debauchery or I lose my money again. So he begins to make his way back to make his way into the tavern.
So you make your way into the tavern and you see this right over here.
Ooh, an empty space with a red circle. Fascinating.
It's like an old video game.
Why is everybody so big?
Because this map
has to be the island from Mario 64.
This map had to be scaled up.
Okay.
So as you come in, you see Akita talking to some strange guy with what appears to be wings and another tiefling woman.
Fix these broken wings of mine.
I look at Akita. Does she seem to be distressed?
So I forgot. What was the last thing I was doing?
I thought the
Ducky.
last thing we were doing, we were sleeping. I don't remember waking up.
Sleeping in quote
No,
unquote
it's because
bed.
it was because of Shijin's outburst
Oh, that's right.
that you were downstairs.
Oh, my outburst. Not someone assaulting me and preventing me from leaving, but my outburst. You're right, you know.
Anyway, to answer your question, she doesn't look distraught. She just looks tired.
Dribbles.
Hmm. And so I begin to walk over to check up on her. Akita, I know I guess this is your place and you might feel at home here, but are you all right?
Oh,
As you say that, the guy puts his head to like the left to look over at you. Eki, is this another friend of yours?
yes. It's another one of my party members.
You have another friend, another person in the family.
Yes. Athanasius, I'm glad that you're okay. I haven't seen you in a while. To kind of speed through introductions, I guess. This is my brother.
It is a pleasure to meet you, sir. And he reaches his hand out, takes your hand, and shakes it.
Likewise.
This is my wife right here, and he gestures towards the tiefling woman.
Athanasius bows towards her in respect. Well, I am Athanasius Theophilus. It is a pleasure to meet you too. Akita, I didn't know you had siblings.
I recently learned.
Well, looks like this is new for all of us. And he says this with just a through a gritted smile.
Yeah.
Please, both of you must be tired. Mr. Athanasius, we have a room prepared for you already.
Ah, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Would you mind telling me where it is?
He didn't.
Up the stairs to the right. A presidential suite for you.
Classy. I appreciate it.
What is
I'm
it?
honored.
Yes.
So, Akita, are you going to be fine down here?
Yeah. Yes, I'll be going up to my room.
Oh, good. Well, in the meantime, have fun with your family matters.
I hope you, as he says that, he's going to turn to Akita. I hope you and your husband get well night's rest.
Mm-hmm.
Athanasius halfway turns at the sound of that, and then remembers it's a share, and then just shrugs and walks off. This is going to be crazy.
So Athanasius, as you, both you and Akita walk up, and you get to your room first because it's not as far on the top floor as hers is. And you walk in, and immediately you're just hit with one of the most beautiful rooms you've ever seen. Not as good as what you used to have, in your domain, but it's a really nice room. And the one thing that you see instantly is steaming water coming from a bathtub in another room.
Oh my goodness. I mean, it's not like home, but this could be a home away from home. And he begins to take off he begins to take off his cloak and some of his armor as he walks to the I guess the steaming water to wash his face and get things ready for bed.
As you do that, you notice that in the same room there is an entire army of rubber duckies in the restroom.
This is adorable. I love it. And and somehow his feet become substantially lighter as he just pitter patters around the bath, picking up rubber ducks, squishing them, and then placing them just in different parts of the room, and with like the biggest rubber ducky just balanced on his head as he continues to do it. And like throughout the rest of the other rooms, you just hear a slight giggle.
It is acceptable.
This is acceptable. And then you hear Excalibur in the background. What are you doing? I'm having fun.
So as you're doing this, Excalibur gonna go into your head. If we should set them in a formation at the door.
Yes. Perfect. And so he grabs them all and puts them in a triangle formation at the foot of the door. And so and so in the morning, if anybody walks in, you could just see him standing in front of an army of rubber ducks. And he stands in front of the army and just smiles, proud of what he's done. We shall conquer the world.
This is truly paradise.
This is the grand army of Matladorian.
Yes. Truly rubber duckies.
Deus Volt.
With that, everyone has a good night's rest.
So what if some of us want to have a bad night's rest?
Too bad.
Well, not everyone can be in constant sad boy hours, Dale.
See,
it becomes so yum.
Asher still dreams of the apocalypse happening, but instead of meteors, it's just giant rubber duckies crashing into the earth.
Oh my goodness.
Cut my heart into pieces. This is my
last
last resort. Shaw.
So,
God.
Dale, as
Sold my heart to, I
Shijin,
sold my soul to the devil. But I actually did. It was terrible.
You know, the
Worst
devil
trade
wears a
deal
suit
in
and
the
tie.
history of trade deals. Do not recommend.
so Shijin, as you sleep, in your dreams, you see a suited man sitting in a wooden chair with a table in front of you.
Wait, that's not how the line goes.
How does this trade work for you so far?
This man asked me that.
Huh?
This man asked me how the trade deal went.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Oh, I'm sure you'll like it even more.
Do I recognize him as Aldebra?
Yeah. This is Aldebra. The face is blanked. You can't see the face. It's just what seems to be an invisible bright body in some very nice, elegant clothing.
I mean, disguised as an angel of light. Interesting. I don't think this is worthless. We didn't even need power to beat the captain. And you didn't even give me anything worthwhile.
Are you sure I didn't give you anything worthwhile? I freed you of your oath.
I don't feel free.
Do you know what they
I feel like
call
death.
me? Do you know what they call me?
Aldebra?
More than that. More than that, it starts with a glaring S.
Scaldebra.
Satanas. Oh.
Close. That's the ancient Euclidean. Go for more vernacular.
Santa Claus.
Satan.
Yes.
Science.
Science.
Oh, because science.
Yes.
And
The name itself means judge, or it means prosecutor. That is what I do. That is what I enjoy doing with a passion. So much so that it puts me at odds with the big man himself. Because every single one of you deserve to burn with me.
I'm not interested in that evolution of character on my part.
But I am. So I invest heavily into it. And there is one thing that is unforgivable. And you did it. You rejected the power of Mathlodorium. But being the good lawyer I am, the good prosecutor, there are rules even I have to follow in this game of madness.
What do you want?
Oh, control over the universe, the domain, over everything is what I want. What I have to give up is something else.
How do I get out of this?
It is one simple task. You forfeit your sword to me.
I sort of look at the Holy Avenger at my side. This?
No.
I sort of, while this is a dream, I assume I can conjure up my Shadow Blade. This?
What is the one thing?
I might give this to you anyway.
What is the one thing? The one item that you yourself have been looking after, have been wanting to get to keep from this people who want to bastardize my craft.
You mean one of the 4 holy blades?
Yes, that one. You will give it to me.
And if I do?
You're free to go.
Well, I don't
Consider your end of the deal accomplished.
I don't have a sword.
Oh, but you do. And he stands up from the table and he walks to you. You have the sword.
I don't have it. Athanasius and Asher have them.
No. Have you ever noticed that you're not like everyone else? You're just different somehow. His hand, as he moves closer to you, he at a slow walking pace. You can actually hear his boots hitting the ground.
What?
It's because you're not a man.
Mulan.
You're a Muppet.
Without even looking down, he doesn't believe that.
You're no human.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to be a problem for you. I say as I draw the Shadow Blade and the Holy Avenger.
As you're moving to draw those, his hand shoots into your chest.
Oh.
Shut through the heart.
You are so much more my ASMR
Literally gonna
friend.
cut my heart into pieces.
You are so
Was my
much
last
more
resort.
you are so much more my ASMR friend, and you do not know it. And he just starts pulling out what looks to be the handle of a sword in your chest.
Whoa. Whoa. That sounds lethal. Can I
And he-
stab him?
And he pulls out what looks to be a blade next. All that's missing is the crossguard to the sword. And as he pulls it out, he lifts it and like sets it firmly in his hands. This is what I want. And you know what this is.
Do I know what this is?
It's Caliburn.
Okay. Caliburn? I don't have Caliburn.
But it's right here. It came out of your chest.
I just have heartburn.
Well, you have it. So release me.
Oh, but this is just a dream. I can't actually touch it physically.
Well, then I don't actually have Caliburn. This is
It's
just
inside of you. You are dumber than bricks.
The power was inside of him the whole time.
That is what I've been trying to imply here. I even created the image of pulling it out of your chest.
You know, to be fair,
there's a sword inside of me.
It is inside of you. It's entangled with your essence.
Now, to be fair, I have never seen Shijin and Caliburn in the same room.
You have done nothing but deceive me and take advantage of me and tell me what you think I want to hear since I met you.
That's kind of my job. No retort to that?
There's not a sword in me. I would know. I'd feel a sword in me.
Are you forgetting you live in the same world where talking cattle exist?
That's perfectly normal.
Or maybe the world where people can conjure up magical fireballs from nowhere.
I mean, not from nowhere. It takes a lot of spell components.
Yeah, it does. It takes a lot of mana.
I mean, you know what? Screw you. I want out of this deal and I'm not giving you anything. Let me go. If I can get out by just forsaking Mathlodorian, if I can get in by forsaking Mathlodorian, I can get out by forsaking you. I'd like to cast protection from evil and good on myself. Or
as you cast protection from evil and good, he just screams, "No, you won't do this to me!" Grabs onto the sword that was on the mimicry of Caliburn, and he brings it down onto this spell you cast. And the sword breaks upon your spell. And then he starts punching it. I own you!
Wow, we're getting supernatural vibes here.
Satan's literally being held back by a first level spell. This is sad.
It's a dream. A man can dream. Or a man can dream, apparently.
Then start to see cracks form in the force field, in this force field, or in the spell that you've cast. You start seeing the magical cracks as he's beating it with his fists, and soon it shatters. And it breaks like glass. And his hands wrap around your neck. I own you. You made the deal. You will abide by it.
Can I try stabbing him?
Go ahead.
Where is it? Is that it?
Yeah. So as you stab with the shadow blade, it goes into his stomach, and you just see his eyes go wide.
part thing where he needs your consent. Oof.
You stabbed me.
Yeah. I don't like you.
You stabbed me. You can see the blood start.
You ruined my life.
Coming out of his mouth. You ruined your life. Shijin, what's your AC?
23 for now.
Dealers always blaming the consumers.
It can be.
It's
Damn, you're lucky. You're lucky, home dog. As that happens, and you just feel a whoosh as a sword just kind of passes by you.
Let me go. I'm done with you. I will work my way out of here however I have to.
Hey, what?
And he just kind of fades away as that ends. And as you open your eyes, you see a bit of sunlight creeping into your room as you wake up.
It was all a dream.
Might also hear a Cher snoring.
I'm going to go and wash my face in the bathroom.
So as you look, you notice a lot of the gray that was previously in your face is just gone now. And it's now returned to its kind of flesh-like color that's more natural than being unnatural. Natural for you. You're still unusually pale to compared to other people.
Yeah. Ugh. Well, I guess I'm gonna try to go about my day. See if anyone can see a sword inside of me.
When will my reflection show who I am inside? It's just a sword.
No, the sword that is inside. There you go.
So, moving on next, Akita and Asher, you both wake up in the same room simultaneously.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember. Did I put separate beds in the room? I
No.
don't think I did.
No,
It
you
was-
didn't. We separated it
honeymoon
with a
suite.
big pillow. You gave us like really big pillows,
Okay.
and I put that down as a divider.
Well, you wake up with one of the pillows gone, and you wake up face to face to each other.
Oh, madame! He pushes himself back off the bed.
What happened?
Ouch!
Well,
Why did you do that?
Why did I do what? Nothing. Nothing happened here. Ouch.
Okay. Are you okay?
Oh. Did you dream of a rubber ducky apocalypse, or was that just me?
You're throwing a lot of words at me, and I just woke up. I need at least a minute.
Okay. He just puts his hand up and pulls himself up. Oh. I feel awful somehow. Maybe I've just been on the go so long I haven't had a minute to actually assess how bad my body is condition-wise. Ouch.
Like, you need healing? Or was the bed not?
Perhaps long periods of therapeutic rest, I don't know.
A massage?
Maybe, I don't know.
Well, I know how to give a massage. But there might be like a professional masseuse somewhere in the city. They seem to be about that kind of thing.
Those are kinds of services I don't know if I want here.
That's fair.
So our scene will now cut to an awaking Athanasius. Athanasius, as you awake, you see that somehow your rubber duckies in the middle of the night have moved to even more formations in front of the door, looking like legion after legion after legion. Somehow they even multiplied themselves.
He smirks with pride, not knowing how it happened, but incredibly pleased that it happened. Now all we need to do is get you eclipsed with flame blades, and you will all be perfect.
What is it with
What?
y'all and rubber ducks?
Hey, it's not that quacked up.
To rip my eyes out.
Oh man.
And he gets out of bed, puts on his armor, and then individually pets them all before.
That's
Oh
over.
my God.
That's like
That's a lot of-
10,000 rubber duckies.
He individually pets them all before going
Bartholomew.
into the mirror and checking out and reassembling readjusting all of his armor and cloak and everything like that.
Just like to think you named them too, like Bartholomew, Ipsimus, Edison.
It's what Crush named all his kids.
I'm gonna name you Polycarp, you Ignatius, you Clement.
So the
Right.
first three people
Oh,
down
hello,
are
Origin.
obviously.
Hello, Origin. It's that one that has a little spot on it on its head, and I'm like, hello, Origin. It's the one that I don't like.
Oh,
Two shares.
This is
Evoke
getting
the
out of
Pokemon.
hand. Now there are two of them.
Why am I so
They're all
cool?
named George Foreman.
I have a new thing for
My
Akita
son
because
Roberto
she has new
Duran,
armor.
my other son Roberto
okay.
Duran.
Cher's gonna walk over to the piano and
Yeah.
hit the G flat.
Why?
No.
Look at her new armor.
Ooh, nice.
So all of you, not all of you, because Athanasius is individually petting every single rubber ducky. So Shin, Akita, and Asher, y'all make it down the stairs at the same time to the smell of bacon, eggs, and toast, along with pancakes being made.
I can go for that.
Ah,
Okay.
good
I actually
morning,
said
my
that, no. Yeah.
Yes.
Are you hungry?
I can do my bit.
Cher is just plucking out on the piano a song he learned. He had to do something with his 300 years of life thus far.
roll
Is
performance.
it the Piano Man?
No. It's something woeful. I'm picturing
Yes, Woeful Ventus's theme.
I'm picturing there is one song I have out that's just a piano song. And apparently
Wow. So you play pretty darn well.
it's not an uppity song. It's a very dour,
It's
very
like Phantom of the Opera.
very very emblematic of a life that started out strong but has gone through ages and ages of strife.
So yeah,
Darn.
Ventus's theme. There we go.
I can pop it in the Discord because it's online.
Okay, so as y'all come in, a new customer actually walks in and comes to sit at a table right here. And Food is served individually to each of y'all, and this guy comes up right next to Shin. How are you feeling this morning? I know over the night you felt rather dreary.
Yeah, I just feel confused. I'm sorry about getting violent with you.
Oh, it's all right. It happens with patrons every once in a while. They can't stop their consumption of alcohol. Then they get angry. And they storm out and eventually come back in around the midnight time.
Yeah, I was forced to come back. But can I just get some breakfast, please?
Yes, and he puts bacon, eggs, pancakes. And on the pancakes, there's a little smiley face drawn into them.
It's made out of whipped cream.
I
they
draw like
bacon?
little fangs on the smiley face with a utensil.
So, are you okay mentally?
I'm not gay.
What?
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 I don't even know what that means.
Yes, you do, Jeremiah. Yes, you do. No, you know what? I just want to eat my food.
I'm so confused.
What?
I hate that.
I'm so confused.
I'm gonna need an explanation on that joke later. So he just kind of looks at you like, okay, and then leaves and walks over to the piano.
Miro Discord, that's the song Cher has played.
What?
It's a song I've actually made. Anyway, moving on.
Do I get done counting all of my ducks or petting all of my ducks?
You put all your ducks in a row.
So he walks up to Asher. Here's your breakfast for the morning, Asher.
Danke.
Tell me, how long have you and my sister been married?
We're newlyweds. This is our honeymoon.
So, a week? 2 weeks?
Just before the cruise, it was a 3-month cruise. We're patient people.
Man, a honeymoon. Me and my wife haven't yet been on a honeymoon. We've been together for 5 years now.
That's not.
Cher cocks an eyebrow.
It's been really busy work. We even have 3 children already.
Cher cocks the other eyebrow.
I'm an aunt.
What?
In my understanding, that you kind of waited till the honeymoon to. Never mind. This has suddenly become a very personal conversation.
Tell me, do y'all plan to have children anytime soon?
I mean, I've always been very fond of the idea of being a father. I never really knew mine.
Something I can sympathize with to an extent. Our father was taken away from us at a young age. He sort of pats your shoulder. You will make a great dad.
You're gonna mess up my playing, please.
And also, learn to play something happier. All of us could use it in these dark times.
In these trying times.
In these sad, sad times.
When you create art, go against the grain of society.
Sorry, was that to me? I didn't hear what it was.
He said, when it comes to art, go against the grain and conditions of society. Give people hope.
Is there any like cloth around, napkins of any sort?
Yes.
They're
I'd
all
like to take one and sort of give my finger a little prick and then try to vaguely draw a holy order symbol of Mathodorian on it.
Okay.
And I'm just going to look at it.
As that happens, the bartender, Akita's brother, is going to go up to this individual. Matthew, you're here 2 hours early. What's the rush?
Matthew Lodorian? What's he doing here?
The individual known as Matthew is going to look at the huge tiefling individual. Oh, it's nothing much. Just a bit of investigative work there. Yes,
He's Scottish.
we had a bit of a mix-up with two individuals outside. So I decided, you know what? Might as well get here early before I had to start asking questions. Fair enough. And he puts a set of food on the table for Matthew. Then he walks to Akita. You have a lot of good friends and a good husband.
Yeah.
And tell me, sister, your husband didn't give me a straight answer to this. When will I be an uncle?
Gosh.
Dang, bro.
Let me break out the old careless whisper with the recorder again.
He looks at you like a puppy dog, all excited. This would be the worst time to say it. I'm Barrett.
What?
Nothing. That was just a small. That was nothing.
Well, Ozzy, we might not, because I don't think I can have children.
Just, he's still smiling at
Jazz
you.
music, stop.
He's still smiling at you, but you can see like something breaks behind his eyes.
It's the
And
crack.
It's the.
This is the start of his villain arc.
You will give me children.
Actually, oh gosh, I don't. A villain with that theme is bad.
I am so sorry.
No, don't
What
apologize.
did Grandmama do to you?
No, I don't think this has to do with her.
What
I
did
just.
she do? I will kill that woman.
Is she still alive?
I'm assuming so.
In any case, I don't
Kill
think it's her
Rich.
fault.
I wanted your nieces and nephews to meet a cousin.
I mean, I would like to meet my nieces, nephews, whatever you may have.
You could just he's not just kind of like holding onto your hand, crying for you. Weep is us.
What was that?
He's heartbroken that you can't have children. You have absolutely broken this man's heart.
Look at what you did. Look at what you did to your sibling.
This man found a way to like wear his heart on like even more of a shoulder than. He has on every coat, and he's wearing his heart on every sleeve possible.
He wore his heart on his wrist, bro, like a watch.
Woe is us.
I can still adopt.
Brutal comment section in that. Dude.
Woe is us. And now his wife just kind of grabs onto him, pulls him back. You can go back upstairs, dear. Go back to bed. And he just kind of like moves to his room.
I wanted to eat.
I am
Cher's
sorry.
just looking
about that.
over. Cher's just looking over, confused as he's playing without looking.
I am so sorry about that.
It's all right.
How did you deal with your brother when he was younger?
Funny story.
I'm currently trying to regain some memories. I remember him being my brother, and I remember some things we did, but I don't remember a lot.
You know, it's so bad I can't even remember. It's locked in here.
Anyway, it's a dreadful thing that you might not be able to have children. It's a dreadful thing. And my prayers are with you. May the gods one day come down and bless you with something.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope you and this man that you're with live a happy and fulfilled life. Just the same.
Stop!
I
mean, that's a beautiful ocarina, but
as that happens,
What happens?
Athanasius, as you're walking down the stairs to get to the rest of the party.
God.
Okay,
So
who
okay, now it's bad. Now it's
okay,
bad.
who was playing that?
Steven.
Dale.
Steven.
Oh, it's Dale.
No.
What else would it
Get
mean?
it?
Dale, you're the one who has brought
Comment
music.
section.
You're the one who has brought those kind of music into these sessions. You interrupted a dialogue episodes ago with your music.
I added to a very awkward ship with some awkward ship music. I think I improved the situation meaningfully.
Oh, really?
Glad
Shot
you-
interrupted my
God.
music.
Dear God. Anyway,
If I knew what you were talking about.
you pass. So Athanasius, you pass Akita's brother as he's crying, going up the stairs to their owner's room. And when you make it downstairs, you just see Akita hanging out with Ozzy's wife, and you see a Cher playing the piano, and you see Shin in a much happier mood, relatively, staring at a piece of paper, and then you notice some random guy at a chair eating breakfast.
I missed something, didn't I? I always miss the crazy
Dale?
thing.
There's audio coming. There's audio coming through from someone right now.
That's not me.
I don't think it's me.
It's not me because the audio quality would be like it's actually happening.
Garbled.
It would not be garbled.
Let's see. Who do I go first? Okay, first I go over to a Cher.
I don't know I don't know how loud my laptop is, dude.
What? I like
Oh, that is like garbled water, bro.
Sorry. Anyways, y'all can listen to it from the mirror link. Anyways,
Right. And
it's
so
just a slow, methodical, sad song.
oof. No, I lean upon the wall, and then just looking at everyone, and I'm like,
Sounds like an emo song lyric. I lean upon the wall and everyone's just looking.
It's like a Christian
I'm
punk
just
rock
looking
song.
back at them in my life. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
But yeah, you just see a Cher effectively absorbed in his performance, just kind of oomping into the key playing, methodical droning, swelling yet with dower instead of with joy.
hmm. So I lean in. So, husband, huh?
I mean,
My
it's a
man.
cover. My plan with Akita, not the song. That's an original piece.
So it is. So it is.
It's called Denouement. It is Elvish for something. I didn't pay attention in Elven class.
So why are you this melancholy? You should be. You should be fine. At least, if what you were telling me about earlier was true.
Explain? What?
Well,
We haven't
remember
talked since we
earlier when
landed.
remember earlier when you were talking to me at least about your understanding of what love really is. You were trying to figure out things in relation to that, so I mean, she's the only one here. I might have guessed.
Right.
It's not rocket science, my friend. I don't even know what that is, but at least this ain't it.
I don't know. Um, I don't know.
He pats him on the shoulder lightly so that he doesn't flinch and doesn't interrupt his playing. It is all right, my friend.
He's
You
paused
don't
his
need to tell
play.
me anything. You don't need to tell me anything. I just hope that as we get through this, your demeanor will rise. Because you're with your friends. And we're going to make sure that you're okay.
All my life, I've never really thought about those things in this way, and now it's as if you have lived in a house your whole life and you finally discover the attic. I think I've only ever lived in monasteries and the woods.
Hmm. And so it's a bit different. So you don't seem to be taking this new experience very well.
It is not the reason for the song.
And what is? He raises an eyebrow.
Everything. I didn't know it when I wrote it, but that song actually matches with my life a lot.
Hmm.
My accent, not so much.
Well, maybe at the end of the song, it might end up on a high note, or at least end with a jubilant ending. And he looks at the music sheet, or if there is one, and
there is
then
none.
and then he says, maybe the song could end in a bit of a major note. And he gets up and begins to walk away from a share, leaving that, I guess, that little tidbit within his head as he walks beside the man, the other man, Matthew, I guess, and then sits across from Sijin and leans forward. Do I notice that his demeanor has completely changed and like his appearance has completely changed since we last met?
I would say so.
Well, Shijin, looks like you've had a character arc without me.
A what? Sorry. I guess I had a weird dream last night.
Oh, care to tell?
Doesn't dream and tell.
I don't believe that these guys know about the deal I made.
Right. Well, I obviously know for a bit, because I mean, like, you've broken your oath. I know that
Well,
you
I don't
basically
think you know
made a
any
deal
of
with
that,
the
so I
devil.
have to tell you now. Okay.
Yeah, I know that what you were under is not good. So
Athanasius, do you remember back when we were on the ship and we thought the captain was going to be a substantial problem?
of course.
So I was hanging upside down with my throat slit, and in that moment, all I wanted was enough power to make it okay. So I got rid of my seal of Mathlodorian. I made a deal with an accuser, and I went to kill the captain. And then I found out that he was not hard to kill, and he was already dead. And then I came here and found out that I didn't even have enough power to beat a bartender. So I've been having a really bad time. And
You've been bamboozled.
Yes, clearly. And last night I had a dream, and this accuser revealed himself to me again. And he said I'd committed the only unforgivable sin, and that he owns me. And I don't know if what I've done is unforgivable, but I don't want to be his, and I don't want his freedom.
Well, I can tell you this, my friend. There is no sin except one that is unforgivable. You and
I know, I
both
just did.
know that.
I literally just told you I did the one sin.
Well, I don't believe you have. Well, I honestly don't believe that you have done that. And if my reasons are correct, we could find a way to get you absolved. Or at least, I hope so.
Yeah, there's a spell for that.
What do you mean?
There might be a way to get you absolved, or at least to get you restored. I'm not necessarily sure how. But there was always a way. In Mathlodorian's plan, I hope.
I don't know.
There were rumors in the Holy Order of something of that.
I don't know. And what I do know is what this guy said. And he also said that there's he said that Caliburn is inside me, and he wants it.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, and he says I'm not even a human. I'm not a man. Well, I'm definitely a male. All right, I'm definitely a male. But he says that I'm something that I've only read about in books. But I don't know if any of this is true. But I hope that there is hope in Mathlodorian for me yet.
Well, I believe that there is hope for you.
Maybe I need to believe in the me that you believe in.
Yes, believe in the you who I believe in. And let's see. Well, first and foremost, we could see what alignment you are. I can cast Detect Evil and Good.
I feel like that was more of a statement than a question.
I mean, yeah. Well, as in, like, would it actually work if I could sense, like, basically if he's
So if you
under
cast Super Protect,
control or
no,
a
so that
fae?
you would have to detect, not you'd be detecting, not casting the protection of.
No, I mean like detect.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
can I
you can.
sense it?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I cast Detect Evil and Good to see if he's still under the dark control or
Nope.
if it's.
You sense a strange emptiness though, like nothing's there.
There's an empty-
All literally, you look into my soul, and all you hear is.
Nope.
Oh dear.
Oh my goodness!
And then you quickly step away because what the heck just happened?
Right. The only thing I see is an empty void. My friend, what have you done?
I turned from Athlodorian. I was ashamed of him, and he is rightly ashamed of me. Now what?
Even when one sheep strays, the shepherd still goes after one. He I guess walks around and lays a hand on his shoulder. There might be darkness inside you, but we will find a way to banish it. That I swear.
Thank you, Athanasius. Thank you.
He pats him on the head.
Who's a good CJ?
And then oh my goodness, what exactly do I have in my pack right now?
You give him a gold star. Good job.
Oh my goodness. And then I don't leave him anything. And then while I guess Akita's still eating, I'll leave her there. And then just he sits over here and waits for his food to be delivered to him.
Wow, doesn't even sit next to me. He's like, nah, I've done my thing here.
I didn't think you wanted to be sat by.
He only has one social. He only has one social interaction slot per day. He's spent it.
Yes, that is me on a daily basis.
All right. So as y'all all gather around in the same area, the Matthew character stands up and kind of walks up. You four, may I have your attention? And he claps his hand.
As Cher kind of turns from being just about to say something to Akita, he just looks, kind of mouth agape.
You four are the people I am looking for. You all were sent by the merchant, weren't you?
Remind me his name?
Yes.
Whose response am I supposed to go off of?
Preferably mine.
Go with the tall ones.
Go with the tall ones.
What's the name of the merchant you speak?
Look,
Mike.
He pulls out a book. I honestly don't know. I'm literally here on a job, and it says I'm looking for an Athanasius, a Siegen, and Akita, and this is just a bunch of X's. This isn't handwriting.
That's pronounced as Cher.
It's literally an X. And
That's actually an olive. That's an olive.
Is this cursive?
It is Euclidean. Scripture. Anyways, what is the end goal of the task for which you have? You're not trying to hurt us?
No, I'm here to give you your task. You are to be heading out to go get those last sword shards. Both swords on this continent and whatnot. Oh, yes. The cult has decided to rear their face on this continent, and we're in the middle of it.
I like to see if there's anyone but us 5 in the room.
Yes, there is a big cult conspiracy in this city, and we have to get y'all moving pretty fast before they decide to show up with their swords and maces.
Is your head screwed on straight? If there's a cult in this city, maybe you shouldn't talk about them openly.
We're not talking about them openly. The door's locked.
Okay, let's get out of here then.
If you don't mind, you'll have to be following me. I'm sorry I can't give much more details other than the fact I'm sending you on a mission. You're being sent on your mission a lot earlier than what you're supposed to be.
Athanasius grumbles, then let's get on with it then.
James never gives us time scales, really.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And as y'all are getting prepared to walk out with your things, you hear a set of footsteps coming from downstairs. You're not leaving without me. And Akita's brother kind of steps down. I'm going with.
Why?
Because I don't want to lose you again.
She's clearly the strongest of all of us, so...
I'm offended. You don't trust my ability to defend her?
Or my
No.
ability?
I don't need this right now.
He manhandled me the other day. I don't think he'd have a problem with you guys. We could definitely...
Ozzy, do you know how to fight? Like, actually fight.
Yes, I do know how to fight.
Yes!
He was not fighting you, Shijin. He was grappling
He
you. That
literally
was
dispelled my magic sword with magic.
Okay, that's not fighting.
Yes.
Using that
In a bar with a box.
He suddenly got a blonde toupee. He was so offended.
Yes. I can fight better than most.
Okay.
Your sister's quite the good fighter.
I
You
would
can
hope
almost say it's
so.
my class. I mean, I'm alright with it. Are you guys okay with it?
Yeah.
The more the merrier, I guess.
He's gonna make a big fuss about it. I guess he can come along.
Are you just going to leave your wife, Ozzy?
She
We
can
don't know
take
how
care.
long this is going to take.
She can take care of herself while I'm gone, and
Your
our
kids?
children will do quite good.
I mean, besides, won't you be weirded out by all our... I put an arm around Akita. Spousal... oddities?
I certainly am.
Athanasius just lightly, then heavily bites his tongue.
No.
I just hear a face palm from Clarence.
My wife can take care of herself. 2, my wife is coming with us. 3, our children are going to be staying with a family friend.
Your wife is coming too.
Yes.
Why?
Family travels together.
This isn't exactly a vacation, brother.
As you say that, a bright light appears in his hand, and it's a huge battle axe rests on his shoulder.
Oh, hey, cool. Twins.
I understand that. And I'm going to be honest with you, sister. The iron of my blade hankers for blood.
It's very
Athanasius looks at the blade with great interest.
Deja vu.
It's like a
And if my blade calls for it, so does the blood god.
Not for the blood god.
Their scowls.
I mean, sure, but
Akita, I
they're
don't
gonna-
think they're going to let. I don't think they're going to let you say no.
No, I know they won't. One of you needs to explain to him something about this, though, because I honestly have no recollection of why we're doing this again.
We are trying to get the Sword Galantine.
I know we're trying to get the sword. I have forgotten why.
You're searching for the swords? Oh, that made this just 100% more fun.
You know,
Very
there's a
dangerous.
possibility of death, right? A strong possibility of death.
Right.
Recap.
There's a strong possibility of death from taking opioids.
Ozzy? Why do you know that?
Wait a second. Are you implying
You
you've
know that.
partaken?
I've had to use laudanum on myself multiple times for broken bones.
Why couldn't a doctor?
That doesn't track.
Because I'm also the doctor.
That
The
doesn't
definite
track.
article?
I am the man.
Oh, really? Which one? I love the Doctor Who.
What reincarnation are you?
Which incarnation?
Because I am also a doctor.
13.
I'm a
Dang it.
barber. I'm a doctor. I'm a surgeon.
I like battle axes because battle axes are cool.
And I'm a barkeep.
Wow,
Wibbly
jack of all
wobbly,
trades,
timey
master
wimey.
of none.
Oh, and a
Bartending.
tavern owner.
Okay.
But what about your business? Won't it suffer if you're away?
Ah, my children can take care of it.
How old are your children?
kids?
Other questions for other days.
Ozzy.
One of them is 13, the other is 2, and the other is 4.
That's not old enough to serve alcohol.
Ozzy, at least
We're
two of
running-
those are too young to serve alcohol.
By whose standards? It's not illegal.
Ozzy,
Wow, the laws in this country.
You,
two of
you,
them can't even form coherent sentences yet.
you trust the riffraff of this town with your infant, your toddling children? Is
This
I
this
have a
what-
family friend that's going to be looking after them.
You need to
Is that
start
right,
with
Matthew?
Gosh, I wish I had a woman who had as much trust in me as you do in your children.
Really, it sounds more like it would be a good thing if you stayed.
Nope, I am not staying. We
It's
made
not
the
like we're
decision
gonna
last
change
night.
Your mind, are we?
No, you're not changing my mind.
Well,
Okay.
Well, as a brief recap for you and our millions and millions of viewers, there are, as you know, 4 magic swords, and when brought together, they essentially allow the wielders to challenge the pantheon. there is-
Challenge the Pantheon, break timelines, create wibbly wobbly aspects in
Yes.
time-space continuums,
And we
Completely
don't want
rewrite the
cult
entire-
to get them.
completely
they're
rewrite the entirety of history. Yes, I understand.
Yes.
They're kind of like your structure's bigger on the inside.
Probably. Let's get going. So all of you are now moved outside. Will be moved to the outside of the gates.
Akita's family has now joined your party.
Dun 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 dun.
The last of my family.
Ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dun-da-dun-da-dun,
Be the last of them too.
ba-da-da-dun,
The Last of Us.
ba-da-da-dun-da-dun-da-dun.
As we're walking, I walk right beside Akita's brother and I ask him, "Hey, where'd you get that axe?"
It is a conjuration I made with my master.
Mind telling me who?
Oh, you know him. With all your fancy all your fancy Western thinking, our god of mysteries, old one, Lobu. Ring any bells?
You're kidding.
Nope, you are looking at a warlock.
And now he's disappointed because it's not an actual weapon and he can't forge it.
No, it's an actual weapon. Like
It is?
he's a hexblade.
Oh. So, where exactly would you get the materials to craft such a wonderful thing?
Well, this blade itself is actually like an amalgamation of different things. As you kind of inspect it, it's actually the closest thing it can be related to is a battle axe, but on it you see the blade of a glaive, you see the spearhead, you see a pike at the end, or you see a hook at the end of it, and a tip that makes it kind of like look like a can opener. And then you see metal balls coming out of various ends of the shaft. Counterweights.
Nice. So what do you think one could actually get such materials as these, and possibly materials for crafting armor?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't know where to get the materials. I just sort of ate the weapons that came along my way.
Fair enough.
When you say ate the weapons, overhearing that, do you mean physically consumed them?
Yes.
Oh.
Just
With
check.
or with-
Whoa. So wait. You can have a weapon inside of you.
Yes, in its essence and accidents.
So if you wanted to get the essence and accidents out of you, how would you do that?
A lot of magic. A lot of magic.
The sword is in, with, and under him.
Yeah, right. It's
So-
like Kirby. When Kirby inhales something, he takes upon their accidents.
Asher's gonna carpe diem the brother being distracted and just look to Akita and be like, "Looks like we're gonna have to keep up our act a little longer, huh?"
Yeah.
You comfortable with this arrangement?
I mean, I don't assume much is going to change.
I share right now.
I'd love to find a guy like you.
You assume too much of the comprehensive capabilities.
I'm literally the guy in the pic.
And my character.
No. I'm
Literally the guy in the pic.
Hi. No. So what kind of magic could get a sword out of inside of someone if it was there, or at least see if it were really there?
A ton of ritual magic. You'd have to. It depends on the strength of the item that's inside of someone.
Hypothetically, if it were very, 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 very strong, would we need stronger or weaker magic to get it out?
You would need stronger magic. Definitely stronger magic. Usually items like that are split up into several different pieces and then put into vessels.
So, if there were a sword and it had everything but the cross guard,
you would need the cross guard in order to draw it out.
Interesting.
So your weapons have Horcruxes.
What is a Horcrux?
That's why I use character accents.
Something about the red light district.
This is out of character. This is your intrusive thoughts speaking. Woo.
Oh, gosh. Comment section tonight.
What, are they roasting you? Ooh.
The magic of chainsaw.
Wait, what if your sternum is actually just a cross guard?
Oh, my sternum!
Your turn.
So you'll make it to the walls of the city, and eventually you'll come out of the city, and you notice that what you thought would be a forested area. Oh, my toolbar won't like spaz. was really a desert all along.
Arabian days.
Our,
Where?
this
Whoa!
world continues to leave us bamboozled.
Where are we?
Where
Whoa!
in the world is Carmen San Diego?
Zoom
Where
out, guys.
World is
A big
About
miss.
75%. Or zoom out to 40.
Okay.
even then I ain't getting the full picture.
Oh,
Oh, I sticky keyed myself.
there we go. I guess.
There's so.
Oh, we are so tiny. That water is so big.
Time to cross the Red Sea, my boys.
I can swim.
Pharaoh. Oh. Where'd my spell slots go?
You use them all.
As y'all pass the walls, Matthew sort of stops. All right, I'll go back to take care of the tavern and your children. You all just do what you do.
Where are the enemies? Athanasius immediately asks, where are the enemies?
Right.
I think we have to get there before we find our enemies.
All right. Well, I would like to. Where is it? Where the heck is it? I have too many tabs open in my life right now.
In your life.
In my life.
It'd be really awesome if we had a stand right now.
Speaking of which, I kind of do.
I mean,
A steed.
Wow, you have a horse.
I do. And I'm gonna get on my high horse, and I'm gonna ride.
You always did see yourself a little bit too highly.
could a share polymorph into a horse? Or not polymorph, wild shape? Is that a
yeah?
is that a low enough?
Yeah, good.
A share just looks, just shyly asks, "What kind of steed would you like, Akita?" I can't
She
tell
kind of looks off
anymore.
into the middle distance for a second, trying to remember what a horse is.
Ooh, a tauntaun. Oh, okay.
I guess a horse? Are there different kinds of horses?
There are tall horses. There are short horses. There are horses that are actually half donkey.
You could go a camel.
She looks into the middle distance again. A horse. I don't know.
Cool. He polymorphs into a white-haired horse with gray skin and red eyes. Just kind of lays down.
Oh, is that not romantic?
Look at them and their noble steed.
Horse a share cocks and eyebrow.
All right, let's get going.
Athanasius just shrugs and huffs it.
Though, I will say that looks more like a pony than it does a horse.
A share language. I can't even.
That
speak
was not
words.
very nice, Asher. How dare you talk to your brother-in-law that way?
See, if I didn't have the thing where all the animals I polymorph into have my color scheme, I'd be a very specific kind of horse that I'm gonna find and put in the chat. Because they're my favorite kind of horse, and I always get their name wrong. It's a pinto, but like a black pinto, so like a cow, like cow
A
colors.
bean?
Yep. A share is a giant bean. No.
Yo, Dale, that DM was unhinged.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about, but that's a funny reaction.
I'm concerned.
Hi,
Oh,
concerned.
goodness.
I'm Dale.
Funny, man.
Oh, jeez. All right. So,
Well, anyway, y'all have Google. You can look up what I said.
what we're gonna do, now I got the music playing, is end here. Because next session is going to be a really long session.
Oh boy.
Like, we're starting early. That's how long it's gonna be.
Oh,
How
okay
early?
then.
Like almost 30 minutes early.
Sweet.
Wow. A whole half hour.
As
Dale allows
total
us to.
30 minutes to an hour early.
So it's like if you tell me that we're gonna start at 9:30, like not at 9:15, then yeah, I can schedule my day around 9:30. If you tell me at like 9:30 that we're gonna start at 9:30, well, yeah, that's a bit more difficult for me sometimes.
Yeah,
And
Dennis.
And this is why my TikTok has a next session schedule at the top.
Right.
So like, let me put it this: like, I work for a living. All right, I have a very busy schedule. Talk to a lot of important people. I have nap times that I cannot skip legally. So, you know,
Okay, Grinch.
yeah. Exactly.
Anyway, guys, thank you for coming on to this episode of Tales of Yasu. We hope to see y'all next time. And we bid you to. I almost left the studio.